Yeah, I mean, you bring up a really important point, which is listening to your gut, knowing what's going on inside you, following your intuition. All these things are enormously tricky when you're trying to recover from something. Because when we've been traumatized or when we've been conditioned in a certain direction, we then have very habitual ways of reacting that feel deeply true to us. They feel like us, right?
Yeah.
So knowing what that is versus something else is a really hard thing to do. And I think that in spiritual circles, we would call that discernment, right? Being able to discern what's a habitual conditioned pattern that I'm reacting out of due to my trauma or anything else, and what is more authentically me is a discernment thing. And I think discernment has to happen in community to some degree. Now,
absolutely.
Community might be one other person that you trust and you talk to. But I think the more that we are talking about these things with different people and hearing different perspectives, the more we have a chance to, as you said, sort of open our mind, hear different perspectives, and allow these things to develop over time and find some trusted guides. Because it is enormously difficult to figure out. You know, when people say like, trust your intuition, I'm like, well, boy, there was a period of time that was a bad idea for me because my intuition just said, go do heroin. Right.
Yeah,
I mean, it
absolutely.
screamed it at me. It was the only thing that felt real to me. You know,
right?
Everything
you
else
need those
felt
people
forced.
to help you develop that over time,
Yeah.
and then kind of going back. I'm kind of seeing that feedback loop where we practice these maybe principles, these spiritual principles or behaviors that then help us manifest more of our intuition and get healthier. Like they feed into each other, and you got to kind of do all of it at the same time. And with that openness and that curiosity to start that process.
Yeah, I think openness and curiosity are two of the key elements for any kind of recovery journey, right? From whether you're recovering from a substance, whether you're recovering from trauma, open-mindedness and curiosity are really, really important because that's the mindset that allows us to learn. And I think recovery is very much it's a learning process. It's a process. It's almost a relearning process. And that's a really helpful framework because when we think of it that way, I don't have the skills to today be substance free. I don't have the skills today to react in a way to my intimate partner that doesn't reflect my trauma. Then it's a skill and a learning thing. It's not a moral failing. It helps with shame, which is the other like monster in the room with all this stuff. So open-mindedness and curiosity leads to a learning perspective, a growth mindset, which is absolutely critical for any of this stuff to work.